good so far?
So far, it's been great. Yep.
Just as a reminder, video cameras are not permitted in the interview room. A recording courtesy of Hammond Communications will be available as soon as this news conference is complete at ncaa.com/media. Media can also plug in remote boxes which are available in the audio-video distribution area. Good afternoon, and please welcome Oregon State Beavers head coach Scott Rueck. The Beavers won their first round game against Long Beach State by a score of 56-55 and defeated Creighton in the second round 64-52. This is Oregon State's 9th tournament appearance overall and third time in program history the Beavers have reached the round of 16. First, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach Rueck. Then we'll open up for questions. As a reminder, please state your name and outlet prior to each question. Coach?
All right. Well, just what an awesome opportunity that this team has created once again for themselves. And, thinking back as you get to this point of the year, you reflect a bit. This was a team picked 5th before the season in their own conference. And they've found a way to earn a 2 seed. And then the awesome opportunity to play within our own region to where our fans can travel, and we're in our same time zone. And how special is that we got to have a meal at one of our players' houses last night. Just a dream scenario for our program, and an incredible opportunity with 3 other incredible teams. And to still be playing this time of the year means a lot of special things has happened, and that is true of all 3 of us. And so 3 outstanding coaches, 3 outstanding teams, and an awesome opportunity against an incredible Florida State team tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach. We will open it up for questions.
Jordan Culver with the Tallahassee Democrat. Coach, could you elaborate a little bit more just on how cool it is to play in your own time zone when the other 3 teams here are all from the East Coast? They had to fly across the country to get here.
Yeah, well, that's been the opposite has been true for us. This is the first time for us, other than the first 2 rounds, of course, where we've been in our own time zone all 3 years, the last 3 anyway. And so to us, it's a bit unique, to be honest. And so I don't really see a difference completely. I mean, for us, it's another game, and it's another scenario. It feels a bit like conference. You are guaranteed 40. And you hope for 80 minutes, of course, of basketball this weekend. And so that's the only difference. Other than that, it's get on a plane, get to a hotel and go play. And I know this time of the year, no matter where you're at, that's the case, But the normalcy, maybe that's the advantage for us. It feels normal. These teams, though, at this time of year, I think, a year ago we had to travel to Dallas, and we played very well that weekend. And so I would anticipate the same for these 3 teams. That to be playing at this point, you have a maturity to your program, you have great leadership, and you handle any kind of adversity well. You've been doing it all year to get here, and so I think those things may not be as significant as maybe people think.
Hi, Scott. Janie McCauley from AP. I've read how Sydney has wanted to play Florida State. Is that a program you guys catch or have studied or just watched from afar with some admiration over the years?
Yeah, you have to have admiration. What Sue's done is unbelievable, and they are always a great team to watch. For some reason, we've avoided them just by chance. We've been in a couple of the same places, won Dallas last year, so we watched them play Baylor in the round of 16, and certainly thought that was a team that if we got out of our DePaul game, we could see them. They had that much talent that beating Baylor wasn't out of the question, as good as Baylor was. And so, they've been fun to watch because of, you follow Romero, that was a big story, and, you get Shaq Thomas dunking. And, so it's a program that has demanded attention. And so they're easy to watch, easy to get to know, and therefore easy to follow. For Sid, I'm not really sure. You have to ask her that when she gets in here, why she, maybe has that connection to them. I'm not 100% sure of that. But for me, I've gotten to know Sue over the years, and she has Northwest ties, and I know that. And so, it's a team we haven't played yet that they provide a lot of challenges, and so it should be a great game.
Jordan Cole with Tallahassee Democrat again. Coach, what goes into stopping a player like Shakayla Thomas? So much athleticism. She can dunk at 5'11". How do you stop such a strong inside threat?
That's a great question, and I don't know if you do completely stop her. That because of that athleticism, because of her drive and her ability, her skill set, where she can hurt you at the rim, literally, and from the perimeter. She provides a lot of challenges. I think what everybody's seeing right now across the country is the strength of our conference. We've got 5 of the 16 out of the Pac-12 and could have easily had 6, if things had gone right in the last minute at South Carolina for Arizona State. I think all of us are really prepared. We've got outstanding athletes within this conference. You look at Monique Billings, that's one that stands out. You look at forces like Christina Nigwe, certainly Plum, certainly, you just go down the list of all the great players throughout our conference. And, Shaq Thomas is another incredible player. And so this team is prepared to adapt game plans, prepared to stick with a game plan as long as it takes, and to be as gritty as necessary, to get the job done. And with a player that's as formidable as that, that's what you have to do. And so I don't know if you stop her, but hopefully, we can make her really work for whatever she gets.
Hey, Coach, Thomas Lawrence with the Stockton Record. When you were recruiting Kat Tudor, what appealed to you about her as a recruit, and how has that translated to her first season playing college ball?
Yeah, Kat's a dream. The first thing that stands out is, her ability to shoot the ball. I mean, that's the first thing. When you just get in the gym and you watch a team play and you see somebody hit 7 threes in the first half of a game, I don't care what kind of a game it is, that stands out. And then you start doing your research and you find out who she is as a person, who she comes from in regards to her family and parents. And all you see is first class, incredible competitor, and high character. Then you keep looking and you find out that she played at St. Mary's Stockton. And of course I knew that before. And then we have the parallels with Allie Gibson, who was, one of the pillars of our program and our first true 4-year recruit at Oregon State in my time there. Same program in high school, same AAU program, and plays the same way. And Allie had an incredible career and started every game she played for Oregon State. And so you look at all those things, and in recruiting, you're basically trying to limit gambles, and you're trying to make great guesses, really, on your research, and everything aligned for Kat to be a great fit at Oregon State, and that's what she's been and will be. And so she's an awesome addition, stretches the floor, is picking up our system, and joined a team that has turned out to be a top 10 team, and is adapting very well. And so that was a big-time recruit for us, and she's going to have an incredible career.
Janie McCauley from AP again. Scott, what does it say about Gino's love for women's basketball in general when he opens up his sweatshirt today and shows a Quinnipiac T-shirt underneath?
Yeah, I think he can relate, and I know I can. There's a lot of coaches that have been very successful for a long period of time that started at the bottom. And you look back at where Connecticut was, where he took over, and where Tricia, what she's accomplished in her career. I was not familiar with them until really this year, because we played them in December, and researched her and had her Wikipedia up, and I was doing who is she and why is this team so good, and it was kind of funny because we went down to shake hands with her, and she said, "Oh, it's great to meet you. I've been looking," and I'm like, "Me? How about you? I mean, I'm excited to meet you and all the things that she's accomplished." So I think Gino just respects that grind. I mean, there's a reason he's where he is, and it's due to hard work and grit. And you think with a team that has as much talent as Connecticut has now and has for 25, 30 years, that his job is easy. Quite the opposite. It's evident this year, and as every year, he knows what he's doing, and they work hard, and they're as gritty as any team there is. So he respects that story, no matter where it comes from. And so I don't know what their relationship is. I don't have the insight into that, but it doesn't surprise me. And so for me, yeah, I think every coach, I mean, that's a great idea that he had, but if every coach could do the same thing, I think we'd all do it, because what an awesome story that is for a team to go into Miami like they did and play the way they did and take every punch and just answer it time and again. It's very similar to what Long Beach State did the other day at our place. Very similar. You've got a team that's pretty much overmatched, but just plays with so much heart, and they give themselves a chance, and they're fighting like crazy, and they've got veterans and so much grit. So when you think of UConn, you think of grit and toughness and sustained excellence, and I think, you know, that's just him tipping his cap to a program that's doing it right in every which way, every way that he respects.
Ron Callan, 1190 KAX and the Beaver Sports Network. Scott, what does it say and mean that this senior class is the first in school history to have made the NCAA tournament all 4 years?
Yeah, well, that you've got a group that believed in a vision and had the courage and the toughness to see it through, the competitive will and the fight to not only get there, but to do every little thing right. You know, what they've done within our conference is unprecedented by anybody other than Stanford. To win this conference 3 straight years, to go 16-2 3 straight years in the conference is absolutely remarkable, when the conference, as everybody is saying, is the best it's ever been. You know, for those of us who've been around and have been able to experience Gill Coliseum, you know, I know Don's got something very special going at South Carolina with their fans, and that happens a few places in the country, but Gill Coliseum has some magic to it that I think it'd be hard to match anywhere. And that's because of these seniors and the seniors from last year as well. And, you know, I don't know if you know the whole story, if there's a better story in our game than what they've done. And so I get to talk about them with so much pride. I'm so proud of them for the way that they conduct themselves, because they've made this whole thing bigger than them the entire time, and they truly have become an inspiration to anybody they've come in contact with. You know, so for me, it's just you know, been an absolute dream, you know, to be able to be in the gym with them for 4 straight years and watch them grow, not only as players, but especially as people and leaders, and then take on this year, the expectations, you know, in their minds were to get right back here. No one else, though, had that expectation. And so when those expectations on the outside dropped, they said, no, we're going to get back to where we were a year ago. And for me, to basically to get out of the way and watch it happen has been a joy and a dream.
Is there one last question for Coach Rueck? If not, congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
And best of luck tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
As a reminder, video cameras are not permitted in the interview room. A recording courtesy of Hammond Communications will be available as soon as the news conference is complete at ncaa.com/media. Media can also plug into the Molt boxes, which are available in the audio-video distribution area. Please welcome Oregon State's student athletes, Sydney Weiss and Gabriella Hansen. We would like to open up the floor for questions. Again, as a reminder, please state your name and outlet before your question, and if you could direct your question to a specific player, that'd be helpful also.
Jordan Culver with the Tallahassee Democrat for Sydney. Florida State's a team with guards that like to rebound. Brittany Brown is 5'6" and will go up and get a rebound with the best of them. As a guard, what do you do to stop that? How do you limit their impact inside the paint?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to make sure that we stay in position. For Florida State, no play is ever over for them. And so the biggest thing for us as guards is to make sure that we find them and use the fundamentals that we've been learning throughout the season about boxing out, put a body on them early and, at least keep them away from getting the ball. If we don't necessarily get the rebound, that's fine, but just as long as they don't either, then we did our job.
Next question. Keep it going.
And this could be for either player. I asked your coach the same question. Shakayla Thomas, ACC Player of the Year, on a bit of a scoring tear. What goes into stopping someone who is so athletic and can really hurt a team from mid-range?
Well, I think, she's kind of an unconventional player because she's playing in a forward spot, but she's basically a guard. So, her athleticism is incredible. And so our post players are going to have to be extremely disciplined in how they play her positioning-wise and limiting her to one shot, and boxing her out as well is going to be extremely important. And then just helping them out as much as we can. It's all about positioning in this type of game, and especially with athletic, or as athletic as she is.
Ron Callan, 1190 KAX Beaver Sports Network. As seniors, you guys know that when or it's over, all the seniors are in the same boat. Is that something that drives you? Do you guys talk about it? Or is it just, hey, we're going to lock down and do what we do?
I think there's an added sense of urgency this part of the year. Even in the Pac-12 tournament, we didn't want to lose because each game could be your last. And so you play with that urgency, but you also stick to what has gotten us to this point. And you stick to the game plan. You focus on what you can control. And you can't predict if you're going to win or lose. You just make sure that you do whatever you can while you're out there and you have the opportunity and you make the most of your time.
I would 100% agree. I think it's just a different feeling knowing that you never again get to have this opportunity. Never will I be able to play an Oregon State jersey on March 7th of 2000, whatever the case may be. So it's just a different level, like Sid said, of urgency, of will, for sure, that, any game can be your last and you never get a chance to do it again. So you put your heart and soul into it, bottom line.
Jordan Culver with the Tallahassee Democrat again. Is it helpful that you guys are playing on the West Coast when all the other teams here are flying across the country just for the opportunity to play in Stockton?
It's certainly nice, for sure. Traveling-wise, not to have to travel as far. But we know our fans travel great anywhere we go. We love Beaver Nation, and they're going to bring their energy and spirit wherever we are. They'll come. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think even if the other three teams have had to travel across the country, it's postseason. It doesn't matter where you're playing, what time you're playing at. Everyone's going after that same goal, which is a national championship. And so is it an advantage? I don't think we look at it like that. I think we're more fortunate enough to have our fans so close by. And we're going to do what we can. And I know our fans are going to show out for us, but the focus is the same whether we're on the West or the East Coast.
Hi, ladies. Janie McCauley from Associated Press. Sydney, I read that, you've sort of liked watching Florida State from afar. As much as you get that opportunity, but haven't played them. Is that kind of fun to see a team that you know a little bit about, but actually get to face?
Yeah, Gabby and I were actually talking about that when we saw the bracket and our region come out, that we would have potentially an opportunity to play Florida State. And Romero is, did you ever play against her? She played against Romero on the international circuit. And I've had the opportunity this year and even last year to watch them play, and they're very well coached, very talented, and so they've always been fun to watch. And so to have an opportunity to play against them and see what we can do against them, very fortunate and blessed for this opportunity to see what we can do with it. And so we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to getting out there on the court today in the arena, getting a vibe for it, and then come game time tomorrow, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Any other questions for the athletes? Ladies, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Beavs.
Thanks for the questions. Yes.